Hello everyone. Welcome to today's presentation on domestic violence in India, a serious and deeply rooted issue in our society. I'm here to shed light on what domestic violence is, its legal implications, forms, and the support systems available to victims. Let's begin by understanding the meaning of this pervasive issue. Dr. Nireen once said, domestic violence is endemic and it is everywhere. Domestic violence refers to any incident of threatening behavior, violence, or abuse between adults who are or were intimate partners or family members, irrespective of gender or sexuality. It affects people across all social and economic backgrounds. Domestic violence takes many forms: physical abuse causing bodily harm or danger to life, sexual abuse which humiliates or violates the dignity of women, verbal abuse including insults or humiliation, especially around childbirth or gender of the child, emotional abuse which includes threats to loved ones, financial abuse such as denying access to money or basic needs. At its core, domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior in relationships, be it marriage, dating, or family. It creates fear and control through physical, sexual, or psychological means. Most victims are women, but children in such homes also suffer. Remember, domestic violence is a crime and help is available. Under the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, domestic violence includes physical, mental, sexual, emotional, verbal, and economic abuse. It also includes harassment for dowry and threats. The Act gives a broad and inclusive legal definition to protect victims effectively. The Act officially came into force on 26 October 2006. It recognizes the right of aggrieved women to approach the magistrate directly or through protection officers, NGOs, or the police for reliefs like shelter, protection, and compensation. NGOs play a vital role in the implementation and awareness of the Act. As per Section 10(2), registered NGOs act as service providers empowered to assist victims with counseling, shelter, and legal aid while enjoying certain protections under the law. Globally, domestic violence is recognized as a human rights issue. The CEDAW 1979 ensures women enjoy equal civil and political rights. In 1993, the UN General Assembly adopted the Declaration on Elimination of Violence Against Women, highlighting the issue as a result of unequal power relations. Victims of domestic violence are entitled to several legal remedies: protection order, residence order, monetary relief, custody order, and compensation. Facilities include medical aid, shelter homes, counseling, and support from police and protection officers. The Act protects women who are in a domestic relationship, including those in shared households or joint families. It covers actual abuse and threats, be it physical, sexual, verbal, emotional, or economic. One key feature is the right to reside in their shared household regardless of ownership. Courts can issue protection orders to prevent abusers from contacting or harming victims. The Act allows for appointment of protection officers and NGOs. Violation of a protection order is a non-bailable offence, punishable with up to 1 year imprisonment or 20,000 fine. In 2019, 45,485 cases of crime against women were registered, an increase from the previous year. Cruelty by husband or relatives 30.9%, assault and modesty 20.2%, kidnapping and abduction 19.3%, rape 7.3%. Shockingly, every 5 hours a young married woman in India dies due to domestic violence. According to the National Commission for Women, during the 2020 lockdown, domestic violence complaints increased 2.5 times. Legal aid was provided in 2,878 cases between April and June 2020. This underlines the urgency of intervention during crisis periods. A study by Jagbir and Anuradha revealed that 52.4% of men reported gender-based violence, with 10.5% experienced it in the last year. This highlights that violence isn't gender exclusive and support systems should be inclusive. Health sectors must be step up for early identification and support. Key legal reforms include Section 498 IPC 1983 to punish cruelty against married women, Section 304B IPC for dowry deaths, Section 306 IPC for abatement to suicide due to dowry. These provisions were India's first formal legal response to domestic violence. Potential abusers often display traits like rigid gender roles, extreme jealousy, short temper, history of violence. Such behaviors must not be ignored and may indicate risk of violence. Key takeaways are: women can directly approach the magistrate or authorities, must be informed of their rights to legal aid, shelter and medical help. Interim relief and appeal within 30 days are allowed. Breach of protection orders can result in 1 year jail or 20,000 fine or both. In conclusion, domestic violence is a crime behind closed doors. It causes long-term trauma and deteriorates women's health, dignity, and security. Counseling and mental health support are essential components of recovery.